Yeah! Guys, today we're going to be reacting to scary stories by Horse Search Party. Let's get to it.
It was the Halloween night of 2011 when I was out trick-or-treating with two of my close friends.
Naruto,
For
Goku, and
disclaimer
Spider-Man.
purposes, I'll be using pseudonyms, as I like to keep the identity of everyone involved in the story anonymous. That being said, I'll go by the alias Mike. My friends will go by Tom and Jerry, respectively. We were all dressed as characters from my favorite childhood cartoons.
It's the
I was
clown.
dressed as Naruto, as that was my favorite anime. Tom was dressed as Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Jerry was dressed as Spider-Man, as he was a hardcore fan of the Tobey Maguire series that aired in the early 2000s. I remember us trick-or-treating for about a solid hour or two around the neighborhood. I could feel my legs get sore from all the relentless walking and strain from carrying my heavy sack of candy. My bag was starting to get full to the brim. My friends' bags were just as full, as they began carrying their sacks over their shoulders like they were Santa Claus delivering gifts on a Christmas evening. If I had
ain't
a dollar
Santa
for
Claus,
every
bro.
candy that was inside my bag, I would have definitely had enough to buy myself a new gaming console. Guys, can we go home? Dude, don't give up yet. We still got room in our bags. Just 10 more minutes, man. You're just saying that because you're practically wearing a onesie made out of women's leggings. At least you don't have to wear this stupid wig on your head. Stop being such wimps. This day only comes once a year, so grow up, hair, and let's keep going.
Man, I
Jerry
want to
began
take
to
that
make his way
disrespect.
further down the street, while me and Tom looked at each other with a disdain look that screamed, "Let's get this over with quick." We then proceeded to walk towards Jerry's direction. I recall Jerry already standing in front of a house with his arms extending his bag towards the candy giver saying, "Trick or treat!" I also noticed this one trick-or-treater wearing a Jason Voorhees
Jason.
mask standing behind him. He was a tall and slim kind of guy who was either a really big kid or just an older man who didn't want to give up the trick-or-treating tradition. As we approached another house, Jerry said, "Alright guys, just 2 more houses, then we can bounce." The individual wearing the Jason mask casually inserts himself in the conversation and says, "Would you guys mind if I trick-or-treat with you as well? I lost my friends and don't have my cell phone on me."
Yes.
I personally didn't want this guy tagging along, as I was already done with the day and didn't need any further baggage prolonging the night. I casually make eye contact with Tom and Jerry while desperately trying to portray signals to not accept the guy's request. Jerry enthusiastically says, "Yeah, sure, let's go." "Thanks, guys. You made my Halloween so much better."
What you mean by
We then
that?
proceeded to walk towards the next house while I began sulking under my breath saying, "Frickin' prick, since when was Jerry
Sucker,
the
what
shot
you mean by
caller?"
that?
After about several minutes of trick-or-treating, I could honestly say that I didn't mind his company, as he seemed like a nice guy and introduced himself as Jason.
Look at the man's freaking eye. You call that being a nice guy?
No pun intended. We eventually finished trick-or-treating and decided to call it a night. Myself, Tom, and Jerry say our farewells to Jason as he responds saying, "It was nice meeting you guys. Just out of curiosity, whereabouts do y'all live? Maybe I can walk with y'all home." Again, Jerry sporadically discloses the name of our street to him as me and Tom expressively show our disdain to Jerry for revealing such personal information. "Well, how ironic. I live around y'all's area too. You guys mind if I walk home with you?"
Yes.
Me and Tom remained silent as we made it pretty evident that we were upset at Jerry. Dude, I don't think my friends want to go." "You guys look awfully tired. Just to make y'all feel better, I do know a shortcut if you're trying to avoid the long walk home." Yeah, sure, dude. Count me in, dude. Where's it at?" Jason then points his finger in the direction of an entrance of a forest preserve and says, "We'd have to walk through there. There's a path that could get us home in about 10 minutes
Freaking
tops."
red eyes.
I'm gonna have to pass. I don't like deer, and I'm not trying to get eaten by a bear today. Screw it, I'm going. Same. I want to get home faster, dude.
Two
Later,
against
Jerry.
one.
Me,
What?
Tom, and Jason begin making our way
Duh, I'm a
inside the forest
weirdo.
while Jerry casually hangs back to go to his alternate direction home. As we got deeper into the forest, Jason took out a flashlight from his candy bag and began to flash
take out
it
the
towards the pathway
flashlight,
ahead of
huh?
us.
Wow,
Well,
we're going to
I
die
wouldn't really
tonight,
call it a
guys. Don't
pathway,
worry
as the
about
entire
it.
ground was covered in dirt, leaves, trees, and bushes scattered everywhere. I remember walking for about 10 minutes, but in reality, it felt like 30. His directions were precise and his voice was comprehensible. I understood every instruction he was directing us to walk in, but couldn't digest why the walk was taking so long. I had completely ignored the fact that it was well over 10 minutes. For better context, me and Tom were leading the walk while Jason shined his flashlight from behind while giving out directions. Yo, are we there yet? My legs are freaking killing me, man. Dude, when are we gonna make it home? It's been like 20 minutes already.
Yeah, 20
We'll be
long
arriving
minutes.
there in just a minute, boys. As we began to walk further down the forest, I casually turned my head to glance at Jason, only to see him wearing his mask still, despite trick-or-treating being over with. I started
What?
to feel a little uncomfortable, and began questioning the guy's integrity by saying, "Dude, why are you still wearing your mask? And I'm starting to believe you're not leading us home." Stop! Jason then points at two shovels sitting on a small area of open dirt and says, "Both of you, pick up the shovels now!" Dude, what's going on? Jason then pulls out a long machete from the back of his pants and says, "Pick up those shovels and start digging a hole." What?
Sucker
Do it,
really
Weeb.
thinks that he's the real Jason
Let's
Voorhees.
go! Pick up the shovel and start digging, Naruto! This is your last warning that I'm killing you both! That's when me and Tom pick up the shovels and frantically start digging.
You kill us both, huh? You kill us both with that tiny baby machete in your freaking hand.
In the back of my head, I was legitimately contemplating putting up a fight with this psycho, as it was 2 against 1 with the aid of the shovels. Unfortunately, I couldn't muster up the courage to put up a fight against him, as I didn't want to run the risk of mine or Tom's head getting chopped off. About 15 to 20 minutes later, me and Tom dug a hole big enough for the both of us to fit inside it. As we were about to make our way out of the hole, Jason shouts, "Don't move! Stay in the hole!" as he forcibly grabs both the shovels away from us while holding the machete against us. Jason then tucks the machete inside his pants, grabs one of the shovels, and begins burying us
I'm gonna
alive with
steal
the
that.
dirt we just dug out. I began to feel my vision getting blurry as the overwhelming amount of dirt he was tossing at us impaired my vision.
Oh, bro. Y'all get that scare feeling where y'all finna be buried alive. And then, next thing y'all know it, y'all got dirt in your eyes. Y'all get that feeling? I know I get that feeling, right? I gotta be completely honest.
Please, I don't want to die. I'm too young for this. Please. Please, let us go. Why are you doing this? We're only kids. All I remember thinking about in that moment was how a human could do such a inhumane act, and how I was literally going to share my remaining moments on Earth being buried alive with my best friend. I was at the
Sweet.
point where I had already accepted death. I recall the taste of dirt and dead bugs going inside my
Ugh.
mouth. The sensation of dirt hitting my skin was all I felt. That's when I heard a loud thud like he had just bashed Tom's brains out. I couldn't hear or feel any more dirt hitting the surface of my face. I rubbed my eyes to clear my vision, only to see Jason laying face down on the ground unconscious, with my other friend Jerry holding the shovel.
That's my
Me and
morale.
Tom then dig ourselves out of the hole and hop back to ground level. Despite surviving the
Grab the machete and chop his freaking head
never
off.
run away scot-free. I grabbed the machete from the back of Jason's
Wait.
pants.
I was just
I
kidding.
then held him up
I
by
was
the
just kidding.
forehead and began
No.
hacking at his neck, slicing and dicing repeatedly. I eventually decapitated his head while my entire Naruto costume was covered in blood. I remember seeing my friends nonchalantly watching me with a gaunt emotion,
Yeah.
almost like my sadistic actions didn't even faze them. I then pushed his body into the hole as my friends began to collectively bury him. As outlandish as the story sounds, it was a true story that actually happened to me. I always wondered what heaven would be like if I was to die alongside my friend Tom that night.
You don't want to
Jerry
find
was
out.
initially supposed to head home, but decided to follow
Well,
us.
I mean, you do want to find out where, like, you go after you die, but, like, you don't want to, like, die too early. Like, yeah, you just, want to, like, spend the few minutes on Earth that you have. Like, pretend you had 24 hours to live. What would you do? What would you guys do? Me personally, I would just. We don't talk about it.
Follow us as he saw the machete tucked in the back of Jason's pants. He began to directly follow behind our footsteps and unexpectedly witnessed the altercation go down. As we were getting buried alive, he used the opportunity to knock Jason out with the second shovel sitting behind him.
Yeah.
I still don't know to this day if his remains were ever discovered. All I know is that I had a deadly conscious seep inside my head that night,
No.
but at the same time, a hint of satisfaction.
Do not tell me you killed your own freaking friends, bro. Do not tell me, I swear to God.
All I need to be happy is a rope to skip. I'm serious. I'll tell you why. Because a little jump rope can turn any bad situation into a real fun time.
Why?
I learned this from the last time I went trick-or-treating. I'd spent the whole day perfecting my Harley Quinn costume, but the act just didn't feel complete until I picked up my jump rope and started skipping it. The backyard was my jump rope world championship stage, and everyone was thoroughly dazzled by my moves. Well, everyone except Kat. She came by a couple hours after sundown and immediately started cramping my style.
Come on, Tracy. Let's go trick-or-treating before all the good candy's gone. My name is Harley. Can't you see? Whatever, weirdo. Let's go. I'd rather stay here and skip rope all night. The cat
You
is
probably
really
just
good.
get tired after like
It's enough
5
for
hours.
candy. I'm not crazy like you. So you only dressed up for candy? That's kind of lame. Well, it's also fun to just show off.
Well, what'd you expect? Huh? My theory, if I was there, would have been, what else did you want to do tonight then?
You've got a point. I guess I'll go. Good. Now leave the rope. Harley Quinn doesn't skip rope. Fine.
That poser ended up dragging me all over the neighborhood that night. She took all of my candy, and when she got scared, she made me walk her all the way home. She lives an entire mile away from me, too. So inconsiderate. I never even told her what happened. I was walking home all alone super late that night, and I didn't even have my jump rope. What a drag. But then I noticed this older boy who was dressed as the Joker had come up behind me and started following me. I didn't recognize him. And all
Well, the Joker does like Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn does love the Joker, so this kind of makes sense if you guys know what I'm saying. If you watch Justice League, you guys would know that Harley Quinn loves the Joker, and they actually work together. If you guys watch Justice League, you will understand.
and all of the Jokers, he decided that Jared Leto was the way to go. Lame. I turned around and faced him.
Jared Leto has blue
Who
teeth.
are you?
Why, I'm the Joker, of course. Your one true love.
Why's that?
Don't you know? We're meant to be together. Harley Quinn always falls for the Joker.
Haven't you
He's
seen
right.
the new movie? I dumped you. You're gross.
Did.
That made him mad.
He did actually
This
jump
ain't
over
the
me.
movie, sweetheart. I'm telling you, the Joker always gets his Harley Quinn. He pulled out a
No.
knife. He swung at me, but I ran. I thought I'd outrun him, so I ran into the woods to cut across to my house. Boy, that was a bad idea. He caught up with me
Get
quick
freaking hands off
as I
me.
got into the trees. He tackled me and pinned me down into the dirt. I screamed for help, but he put his hand over my mouth.
Help! 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 Help!
What the freak?
Shh, baby girl. I'm just gonna give you a little reminder that you belong to me. So be happy about it. I thought I was going to die. He sliced
I'm just gonna give you a little reminder that you belong with me. So be happy about it.
my forehead with a smiley face, real slow. It hurt so bad, but I couldn't move anything at all. He was on top of me and held me down. But when the blood ran down into my eyes, I freaked. I squirmed and flailed until I got just one leg loose from his restraint. Then I kneed him straight in the balls with all my might.
Ooh.
He fell back
That
shouting
hurt.
and dropped his knife, holding his hand on his crotch. I picked up the knife before he could react,
Ooh, that hurt.
gripped it real tight,
Dude, that
and then
hurt.
plunged it right into his stupid eyeball. Oh, how those screams were music to my ears,
Why?
No stopping now.
I thought. So I got on him and took the knife out of his left eye and shoved it in the right. Then I stabbed him again and again
Dang!
until there was nothing left of his stupid wannabe face but pure calm.
Now, listen to me right now. YouTube, I can't explain. This ain't my work. This is Horror Shorts Party's work. So, demonetize them for this video, alright? I had nothing to do with this. I'm sorry, Horror Shorts Party. I love you guys really much. You have good work. But, yeah, I gotta take the blame for something.
Carnage.
I'm not getting
He went
demonetized.
limp, and I caught my breath.
All I wanted to do was skip some friggin' rope.
Frigging?
So now, you're gonna help me out.
I
How?
raised the knife way up high with both hands and stuck it into his gut, then sliced all the way across his
No!
I pried open
No!
all the skin and fat and exposed
I know
all
what
the
she about to do.
wonderful organic cordage within.
Bro, not
I
the
pulled
stomach
out a
noodle.
nice long section
Not
of his small intestine and severed it with the blade. It was slippery, but it worked. I stood up and found my balance, then started doing what I wanted to do the whole time. Skip rope. Now, don't you believe me when I tell you that skipping rope can make any situation better?
No. Hello? The frick was that?
My name is Squidward, and I hate my life.
We know that, Squidward. You hate your life, alright? What the frick was that? Freaking laughing like.
On Halloween night, 1974, 8-year-old Timothy O'Brien went trick-or-treating with his sister, Elizabeth, and 2 other children,
Now, guys, I react to this story.
accompanied by Timothy's father.
Okay, listen. I can't react to this, alright? Apparently, this video, this one is based on a true. This one is based on a true story where, a dad poisons like his son's candy. So I can't react to this video because one, I didn't get permission to react to this one video that's playing right now, and plus I can't watch anything that's from 1974. Plus, this video might have a little bit of violence in it, and guys, I've seen it before. So if you guys like send me some of this, you guys know not to send me that again. I cannot react to this. So we're just gonna fast forward.
didn't believe me. They thought I'd snapped.
Mario?
They even found it funny. I bet they regret that now. We've all been given plenty of time to think about it. There was nothing in the air that night that suggested things would turn. It was a night of trick-or-treating, just like any other. I had my two friends with me, Steve and Jim.
Luigi
We were rocking our usual low-effort
and
costumes.
Waluigi?
But early on, we had the idea to split up and hit houses by ourselves, thinking we'd score pity points and more candy by being on our own. We ran off into separate directions and got to it. It was actually working pretty well. I was getting way more from each house.
If you guys are smart, you should know never split up when you trick or treat. Unless you're like in 2-2 groups or 6-6, then you can split up. Because like 3 go that way, 3 go this way, 2 go that way, 2 go this way. But 1-1 or 2-1, yeah, don't do that. Alright, at least get one more friend. Beg him if you have to. Just don't split up like this.
Than a kid my age would
I
usually
watched
get.
movies.
But I wasn't alone for long. I saw a random kid standing in the middle of the street, not moving, just staring up at a street lamp. He didn't even have a costume. "Hey kid," I called out to him, but he didn't move.
Okay.
So I walked up and clapped my hands on his shoulder. "Hey man." He didn't startle at all, just slowly craned back his neck and flashed me a very disarming smile. "Hey there, buddy. What are you doing on Halloween without
Hey
a
there, buddy.
costume, boss?" He finally turned around and shrugged. "Ah, this is just how I roll every Halloween. Costumes aren't necessary if you've got charm." That innocent smile again.
What you
"Well,
mean by
you're not
that?
going to get anything if you just stand out in the middle
I
of
don't
the
trust
street.
him.
Are you sure about that?"
It's much like
yeah,
if you guys do
pretty
not
sure.
trust this guy.
"Hey, you know what? We're both by ourselves, so why don't we hit some houses together?" "That sounds great, buddy. Let's go." "Hey, wait up. At least tell me your name first." "I'm Sean." He stopped for a moment and looked over his shoulder. "Nice to meet you, Sean. Call me Crane." "Sure thing, Crane." Then we were off. That Crane was a real interesting character. He taught me how to use his charm to get way more candy. "All you need is a genuine smile," he'd say. From that point on, I was raking in the goods like never before. But the strangest thing was, he never took any candy for himself. Nobody even offered any to him. And every time I tried to give him some of mine, he'd decline. "No thanks, Sean. I'm diabetic," he'd say.
That makes sense.
He was a cool guy for sure, but I was pretty confused as to what he was doing out on Halloween night if he was unable to eat candy as he claimed.
Stop freaking
But I
whistling.
wasn't going to ask. That seemed too judgmental. After a while, I decided to introduce Crane to my friends and see if they would welcome him into our group. I sent them a selfie of the two of us with the caption, "Met this cool guy Crane." I thought it was weird that they both screenshotted the picture. It wasn't funny or anything, but I just shrugged and took Crane to where my friends said to meet. When I got there, Jim and Steve were nowhere to be found. "Where are these friends of yours, Sean?" "I don't know.
They're somewhere.
They should be around here somewhere.
have two
Maybe they're
monitors.
late." "Okay." Crane
Why do you
seemed
think
a
I
little
keep looking
concerned,
over here
So I
instead?
tried to cheer him up. I clapped him on the shoulder again and gave him a reassuring shake. "Don't worry, man. These guys are really cool. They'll like you. We'll all get along really well. Hey, while we're waiting,
Are you sure about that?
tell them about yourself, you know?" "Sure thing, buddy." Then, Jim and Steve ran out from the bushes,
Oh.
bursting with laughter and waving their phones around. "What's wrong with you, Sean?" "Dude, have you gone psycho?" They didn't even notice Crane. He was starting to look upset. "What are you guys talking about? Aren't you going to introduce yourselves?" That threw them off balance with laughter.
Bro.
"Oh man, you really are crazy. Dude, we caught you in 4K talking to yourself. I posted it to Snap, bro." Crane was just standing there. It started to freak me out just a
Menacingly.
bit. So I went on my phone and looked at Jim's story. There I was in the middle of the street, talking loudly to nobody, my hand on the shoulder of thin air, looking like a totally insane person. What? I don't understand. Crane? When I looked up, my friends could finally see it, but it wasn't Crane anymore.
The freak was that?
Scale battles with military vehicles. The online action game War Thunder has received a major update. Direct Hit. Joining.
But it wasn't Crane anymore.
The frick is this wannabe Michael Jackson looking self? He really tried to he out of nowhere, bro. Boy, you built like Michael Jackson. You want to be the next Michael Jackson so bad you make your hair that way. Now, question for you, man. What you want to be? You want to be Michael Jackson? Or you want to be the next sea monster out of nowhere's land? Because you got the teeth of it and you got the hair of it. So which you want to be? Like, which one do you want to do?
If you take your young child trick-or-treating, you really have to watch them closely. Especially if you raised a couple of imbeciles like I did. We started just before nightfall because I didn't want them to be around other older hooligan kids who would cause trouble on Halloween. I let them walk ahead of me and run up to the houses while I waited on the sidewalk. I trusted them that much, and I wanted them to feel like they got the full experience
just like
without
Pikachu.
their dad hovering over them. About 2 hours after sundown, I was starting to see the hooligans come out, so I was ready to turn back and head home. Come on, kiddos, let's go home so you can eat all that candy you've piled up. Oh, really? Yep. Can't stay out too much longer or Mom will start to get worried about you. Okay, but can we at least hit some houses on the way back? Sure thing, buddy. So, we started to walk home. To
What's
my
so scary about
surprise,
this?
We'd ended up wandering into a part of the neighborhood I wasn't super familiar with. I got my phone out and put in the GPS route so we wouldn't get lost, but unfortunately I got a little distracted looking at all the costume photos my PTA friends were posting of their children. Suddenly,
Because
I
of the
bumped
last
into my
story.
kids. Dad, can we trick-or-treat them? My youngest son pointed to a house I'd never seen before. It was set all the way in the back of the lot, as if they traded all
Like,
their
what's so
backyard
scary about
space
this
for a
video, guys? It's
ridiculously
just
long
family.
front yard.
It's just
I couldn't
candy,
tell if it was
peppermints,
supposed to be
gumdrops.
decorated for Halloween or
What's your
Christmas,
favorite type of
but either
candy,
way,
guys?
They'd gone all out. It looked like a life-size
That's the question of the day.
gingerbread
What's
house
your
with all
most
sorts of
favorite
candy?
candy?
Ornaments, licorice, icing, and candy canes that created a sugary runway straight to the front door. Sure. Go ahead.
Though I don't
They
trust
ran
that.
off immediately, so I decided to just wait on the sidewalk. Hey, that one's actually pretty good. I looked up from my phone to see the ugliest old lady I'd ever seen open the door and greet the kids. Don't judge, John, I thought, averting my eyes. Your wife might look like that one day. But when I looked up again,
This freaking lady. Duh, I bet she sounds like this. Hello, young missies. What do you want for your trick-or-treating? I have icing, I have candy, and I have licorice, as you can see, all over my house. So take your pick. And also take your time.
the next thing I saw were my kids walking into the house. What the? I ran up to the door and tried to get in, but it was locked. Hey! I banged on the door like I was trying to beat it down, but no one answered. I was starting to panic, hyperventilating. I peeked in through the window, and what I saw made my heart jump out of my chest. There were metal cages hanging from the ceiling, piles of little bones on the floor, and a coat of garbage and filth over everything else. I scrambled, looking for something to throw through the window. Finally, I picked up a stone from the yard that was painted to look like a peppermint and chucked it through the glass. It didn't fall away as much as I'd hope it would, but I already felt like I was running out of time. I climbed in over the jagged
Why'd you climb
shards,
to that
getting
sharp
cuts in plenty of places I wouldn't like to talk about. Inside, I heard the crackling of a raging fire. I followed the sound to the living room, where the old hag was tending the towering flames in the fireplace, and and my kids.
Push her in the
The
fire.
dunces were already locked up in cages on the floor. They weren't even struggling.
Oh, look at the Pikachu face. Oh, man. Look at the Pikachu face. That's so sad.
Dunces were already locked up in cages on the floor. They weren't even struggling. Dad, what are you doing here? Just then, the wrinkly hag spooked and jumped up, turning around to face me. Without
Ugh.
thinking much of it, I charged and punched her right in the face. She fell back into the fire with a flurry of flames and embers, screaming horridly and rolling
Bro.
on the floor to no avail. She succumbed quickly. Tearing my eyes from the sight, I rushed to my knees and started to undo the locks on the cages. Dad, you're ruining everything! Yeah, now we're not gonna get any candy. I hate you! What did you just say? I hate you! I hate you! Fine. Stay in the cages and think about what you've done. Wait, Daddy, don't leave! Dad, no! Come back! Get us out! We're sorry, Daddy. Please, let us out! We're sorry! We're sorry!
Nah, it's too late for that now. You shouldn't have said that.
Please don't leave us here! Let us out!
25. Oh, that's scary. That's so scary about this. Let them. Like, you mean to tell me you held on to the bars for 25 years? But, boy, you're looking like you want to be the next Jack Skeleton out of jail. Like, the man just literally hung onto the bars, like. Then 25 years later, he's still holding onto the bars. Like, what?
People who don't know about my story always ask me why I never go out for Halloween anymore. I tell them the reason is
That's a
because
good
I'm too
question.
old now. But only my boys.
Why don't you go out for
Josh and
Halloween
Tyler,
more? Oh, I'll tell you the story.
really
Don't worry.
understand.
It all started back in the
But even
19.
they don't know everything. I've barely had the strength to tell anyone in person. Hopefully this will get it off my chest. It started out as a textbook night of hooligan, with far more tricks than treats on our part. We jumped out of bushes and scared plenty of little kids.
SpongeBob, what you doing here? You guys want me to react to a SpongeBob horror show? Smash like right now.
We stole about 8 bowls of candy from front porches and played chicken with just about every car that drove past us. Our sacks were bulging with candy, and our heads were even more swollen with ego. Josh was holding his candy sack between his legs. Now this is how you go trick-or-treating. Tyler was smart. He was ready to turn in. We should call it, boys.
What about
I don't
Patrick
think
and
we can carry
Squidward?
much more. I'd call this a success for the history books. I'm ready to begin the feast. I had a little more room in my pillowcase, so I was still willing to push my luck. Come on, guys, one more score. Fine, but just one more. I'm getting tired of hauling around all this loot. I led them around the corner and hustled down the sidewalk.
So he was
Then I
Squidward.
saw it. The house that would be the reckoning of all the bad karma I built up that night. Look at that, boys! Whoa. Oh, there ain't no way, homie. Nuh-uh. It looked like a condemned trap house turned haunted murder manor. A winding path of cracked pavement crept up to the front.
Hey guys, just give me a second. Let me just go take care of some business real quick. I'll be right back. What you mean? Saying I'm hungry. Okay, I'm back. Where'd I go? Don't worry about it. Oh, so you gonna be like him? Bro, I'm gonna see what these notifications. Oh, let me see what these notifications are real quick. Oh shoot! So this man hit 400K. Well, congratulations, Fulton. No one cares. By the way, guys, we're still at 66 subscribers. Please, let's get to 70 for that match intro. Let's go. Let's go, 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 go. Hit that subscribe button.
Alright, so
Don't ask. Don't ask. Do not ask. Go, Poison's brother with the grimace shake. Yeah, I would definitely watch it. Oh, yeah.
Porch, on which
What
there
the
were
frick
no
is
signs
that?
of life nor candy. But all over the house were obvious signs that this property was meant for
Hit
the
that subscribe
fright of
button. Come on, guys.
trick-or-treaters.
Match door on the
Fake
line.
spider webs were draped over the windows. A single skeleton lounged in the rocking chair by the door.
Enter if you dare.
The lawn was littered with foam tombstones.
Nah,
and
I definitely
animatronic
won't
items
enter
of
after
death.
these.
The typical tarantulas, zombie torsos, and rodents of unusual size. But the most unsettling and brazen ornaments of all were the mutilated mannequins skewered on spikes lined up along the path to the door.
Okay. How the frick is it going out of the mouth? It's just going. Is it just going up the. Is it just going up the. Bro. I hope it's not going up there. No, not up the hole. Up a different hole. I hope it's not going up. I'm gonna just say it. I hope it's not going up the glizzy, alright? Cause otherwise, how else are they freaking standing like that and the horns are coming out of their mouths? Like, look at this! What the freak?
I believe we met our match here, boys. Let's go.
Like, literally, they stand. They stand like.
Home. Yeah, man, we should really get out of here. Oh my god, you guys are wimps. You know this is all fake.
How's
I
it fake?
don't know how such a boneheaded
So,
sense of bravery
someone
came
makes
over me in that
fake
moment,
ketchup?
but it stands as one of my life's biggest regrets. Whatever, I'm going in. You're nuts, dude. For real, you're on your own. I was
Someone
already
makes fake
halfway
ketchup,
to the
huh?
porch. Whatever, just wait for me out here. I climbed up the creaky steps and examined the skeleton that greeted me. There were fake cockroaches in his lap and in his eye sockets. His bony hands held a sign that read, "Enter, if you dare." So cheesy. The
Cheesy.
front door was heavily splintered, and someone had splattered fake blood all over the handle.
No, that was ketchup. That's ketchup. That ain't
Inside,
blood. That's
I
ketchup.
heard faint screaming and shattering glass, but nothing that couldn't be spooky ambience from hidden speakers. I looked back to my friends.
Oh, so
They
he
were
was
already
Patrick,
getting
not
bored, digging
Squidward.
through their sacks of candy. I had to make it quick. They wouldn't sit around and wait on me forever.
What?
When I turned the door handle,
Oh,
big
y'all hear the
blood
macaroni
spilled all over my
sounds?
hand. Ew, gross.
The sound's just going like. It's just
I
disgusting.
pushed on and entered the house. The interior had the same aesthetic. More spider webs and fake skeletons. But this time, the rats and cockroaches were real. They scurried around my feet and fled from my presence. I walked as quietly as I could down the long, narrow hallway, but
I'll be right back, guys.
What? Turn the fan on and close that door. How do I think? I said fan, not light.
Yeah.
Close the door. Did you close the door?
Yes.
All the way.
Yes.
Wrong.
but every floorboard creaked and
Hey,
groaned
let's go.
under my weight. Then, I started hearing it. The sound that echoes in my nightmares to this day. Thumping, like someone pounding on wood. And with every strike, a horrible squelching. Followed by a bone-chilling scrape. Thud, squish, scratch. Thud, squish, scratch. My heart started pounding. I wasn't feeling nearly so courageous as before, but I still wasn't ready to give up. I desperately wanted the king-size prize at the end of this terrible hallway, and the fame of fearlessness. The sound grew louder and louder as I approached an open doorway on my left.
Don't.
I knew that was where the sound was coming from. I crept up to the hole in the wall and tried to steel myself, hyping myself up to get the bag and flee.
Guys, grab your snack.
But a light shined through the doorway, casting a shadow on the floor before me.
It's just a guy beating his freaking meat. Don't dare, don't you think about it.
Excuse me.
Yo, smash like if you guys want me to play this game.
I saw the shape of a man with a long knife in his hand, swinging down his blade again and again.
Oh, so he's cutting his meat.
With the sound. Thud, squish, scratch. I peeked my head around the corner and peered into the kitchen. I couldn't believe what I saw, but I'll never forget it. There he was, the man with the knife,
Michael
dressed in a
Myers.
bloody coverall with
Michael Myers, what is you doing here? You supposed to be in Halloween, the movie, bro. What are you doing at a horror shorts party? Huh?
messy, slick back hair.
Explain yourself. I swear, this guy wants to be in so much movies so bad, he literally had to literally just hack or glitch into a horror shorts party, huh? Yeah, FBI. That man right there.
Hair, and a mask that looked like the severed face of his victim. He had the still bleeding corpse of a man on a butcher block, and he was chopping the body to bits.
Why
I
chop
watched
it
him
all
do it
over
several
again?
times, frozen in fear. He slammed the blade into the flesh, slicing through bone and all, spewing blood in every direction. Then, he carefully removed the edge from the wood of the block with one sliding motion. He raised his hand up high, ready to repeat the motion until there was nothing left of his victim. He was focused, methodical. Thud, squish, scratch. This was no run-of-the-mill Michael Myers fanatic. This was him, Michael Myers incarnate, in the flesh and indisputable.
Yeah, and like there's no way they could easily fake that. Like, he freaking head, the body, the leg. Look at the leg. Literally, it literally looks like it's melted.
The pace and desperation of my breaths became audible. My heart sank as Myers turned his head towards me. This reincarnation of Myers must have been
Run.
some kind of beast.
Run.
Because he let
Dun-na-na-na.
out. I saw him step toward me and I bolted, dropping my
Run.
saddle.
Dun-na-na-na-na.
I slammed the front door behind me and jumped off the porch. I lost my footing and skidded down the pavement, scraping to a stop right where my friends were sitting on the sidewalk. Geez, Ken, what got into you? I clambered to my feet and said only, "Run!" What? Just then, Michael kicked down the door
Run.
and started running towards us at full
Dun-na-na-na-na.
speed. We dropped everything and split up, sprinting away as fast as humanly possible. Later that night,
Oh, so
we met up at
Usain
my
bolted
house.
out there.
I was very happy to see that none of my friends were hurt, but they were pretty upset with me. Dude, why'd you scare us like that? Yeah, you made us drop all the candy we had. If you hadn't spooked us, we'd be eating like kings right now. Guys, you don't understand. That was real. No way, dude. It was just some guy dressed as Michael Myers.
Really, why don't you go figure out for yourself and then come back after like 25 minutes?
He just got
We'll
you.
see how long you last like the last guy that got chopped up. Either this man freaking crossed his freaking legs up or he done cut that boy up. Now what do y'all think it is, huh?
So good, you made us think he was real for a second. But come on, all that stuff was fake. Yeah, man, you said it yourself.
Like
There's
he
a
done
bunch of
actually
alarms
sliced that
upstairs
boy up.
supposedly. Come on, guys, you gotta believe me. Yeah, we believe you're a wuss. No matter how much I tried to explain to them what I saw, they didn't believe me. But they were still good friends at least, and stayed over at my house for the night as per our original.
Oh, Fulton, you reached 800k subscribers. No one cares. Literally, no one cares.
Almost made up for our lost loot.
Everyone reaches 800k subscribers. No one
It was
cares.
all fake, and I'd gotten thoroughly.
Guys, everyone reaches 800k subscribers. Like, literally, no one cares. Like, Mr. Beast, Corey Kenshin, One Day Me, Fulton, yeah, literally, no one cares, bro. Everyone reaches 800k subscribers. No one cares.
Thoroughly pranked by some.
I'm just saying,
creep
I'm not
in
being
my
mean or
house.
anything.
But when morning came, our peace was shattered completely. We came out to the living room where the news was playing on the TV. A terrible tragedy occurred last night in the midst of the Halloween celebration. Police say their main suspect is a man dressed as the popular horror movie villain Michael Myers from the Halloween franchise, who was spotted before sunrise this morning reportedly terrorizing children while armed with a knife.
He tried to tell you, huh?
We're
Yeah,
anesthesiologists,
don't listen.
surgeons, emergency medicine physicians, pain management.
Oh, guys, listen. There was a guy chasing me with a knife. Yeah, right, bro. We do not believe you. I'm serious. Yeah, whatever. Then the next day later, oh my god. Terrence Nicholson.
The day was October 21st, just several days shy before Halloween. My anticipation grew higher and higher as I planned to host a Halloween party at my place. I remember setting up a
Host the Halloween party. Get the chicks, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Get the chicks. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Facebook event and inviting my close friends and coworkers to join the party. My friend Dave would usually be the one to host these kind of events, but unfortunately he couldn't do it this year as his parents were having renovations done at their house. While setting up the event, I didn't take into consideration that my parents were extremely against Halloween festivities. They would always lecture me on why Halloween was a holiday only made for kids who wanted to go to hell and worship the devil. What made things more frustrating was how they kept the same
Get the freaking dogs out of the camera.
beliefs until now, despite me being in my late teens. One night, I noticed my mom sitting in the living room watching TV. I began to approach her direction while trying to muster up any plausible excuse that would persuade her in the favor of my party idea. I casually hovered over her, saying, "Hey, Mom, just in case Dad didn't tell you today, I just wanted to say that you look
Yes,
very
son.
beautiful."
What the hell do you want, George?
What you want, bro?
What?
You're not usually this nice.
Yeah.
So spit it out, whatever you have to say.
Can I invite my friends over for Halloween this
Get
year?
the hell out of my face.
I remember heading to my bedroom.
Bro, if my mom freaking disrespected me like that, I swear. Hey, Mom, can I invite my friends over? Get the heck out of my face.
Few days later, back.
Yeah, this just got dark real fast.
While pouting under my breath on how I was living such an unfair life, I sat in front of my computer and began sulking for the remainder of the night as I messaged the bad news to my friend Dave. As I embarrassingly addressed the issue, Dave responded back by suggesting that we purchase an Airbnb instead of hosting the party at someone's house. I thought it was a pretty smart idea, so we mutually agreed to get an Airbnb that was located somewhere more secluded and away from the suburban part of town. Feelings of excitement began exuberating throughout my body, as I couldn't help but feel exhilarated at the notion that I didn't have to deal with my parents' incompetence.
Freaking handshaking.
Fast forward to October 31st, and it was officially Halloween. I began driving towards the Airbnb destination about an hour or two after check-in, just so I could prep before the guests
Guys, I was
arrived.
born with the power of super speed.
As I got closer to the destination, I remember seeing a decent-sized house that looked a tad run down. It didn't look like there were any other houses around, just a lot of tall trees and a scent of pine cones in the air. I figured it would add to the spooky ambiance considering this was Halloween. As I got inside, I immediately started setting up for the party while having a few glasses of alcohol on the side. A couple hours later, the sun was finally beginning to set, which meant that the guests were on their way to the party. I figured I'd dress as Georgie from the movie It, as my name was George, so pun intended. I texted and called my friend Dave, but unfortunately didn't get a response. I speculated that everyone was either unable to find the correct address or was just going to show up to this party fashionably late. That's when the living room TV begins to abruptly turn on. I then saw a bizarre message playing on the TV, as if
What, is the purge happening?
it came straight out of the movie The Purge, saying,
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned
Bro.
by the US government.
What would you guys do if the purge actually happened in real life? Me personally, I would just start killing everybody. Sorry, Georgie. I know you're a fan, and I know you're a subscriber, but I'm gonna kill you. Alright. I'm just kidding. But if it actually happened in real life, I would have to kill all of you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't say that, you know. But the purge actually happened in real life. I'm sorry. I'm going to kill every single person that comes in my path, whether they're friends or they're not, because I don't trust no one. Unless you're like my best friend and I like know you, or like you're a subscriber, or you're my crush, or you're my girlfriend, I won't kill you. But like, unless you're like my parent or guardian, or I don't know you, I'm going to kill you. Unless you try to kill me first. You try to kill me first, I'm gonna kill you. Alright. Basically, that's my rule. Okay, listen, my rule. You try to kill me, I'm gonna kill you first. Unless you're my best friend, or unless you're my crush or my girlfriend. If you're not either of those, best friend, friend, crush, girlfriend, neither of those, I'm gonna kill you. Alright.
Weapons of class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials
What the hell is going on? I turn the TV off and immediately hear a knock coming from
The
the
purge
front
is
door.
happening, what do you mean?
I opened the door and saw some kids shout, "Trick or treat!" Sorry guys, no candy here today. You suck, and wearing a raincoat isn't a costume, cheapskate. I'm dressed as Georgie, you idiot! I slammed the door shut and began to hammer down another drink.
Well, you're too many already.
But I be insane not to play my role. I know I can break
That's when I heard
Yeah.
another knock at the door.
Hello?
Go
Who is
away.
it? Pizza?
Go away. Go away.
Is it pizza?
Go away! Not handing out any candy, you stupid kids!
I angrily approached the door and looked through the peephole, only to see a group of people wearing purge masks.
Oh no! Hell no! Ma! What the freak?
Boy, you ain't scared nobody. Smooth. You can wait a minute, BJ. Don't you say I'm doing something?
I'm starving.
You ain't about to start.
I haven't started.
You know what help? Go ahead, grab a trash bag and put
Nah.
Come here. Grab a trash bag with these clothes. This is kind of white.
Bruh.
Oh, see, yeah.
Mom, you cannot sing.
Whoa, dude.
You cannot sing. Just give it up.
You just ignorant. I couldn't find the shorts in the dirt. I was trying not to turn the light on. Turn over the side. All right, Cabana boys.
What?
Stop saying this is trash bag.
Trini, can you go trash bag?
Boy. You ain't putting. I want you to drop the stuff off at the Google.
Nah.
Because some of that stuff still hanging in the camera. But how do I write it over my back? You gotta get a clip from them. That you get. You give them the stethoscope now?
Stethoscope? A rotoscope? Telescope? Scopophobia? Look here being watched?
This thing works.
Really, listen to my heart.
It do.
Trini, can I keep it? Thank you.
Listen to. That's what he doing. Find up here. I'm not throwing this away. Ooh, ooh.
Ah. Ah.
Okay, now where did this go? Let's go.
Bro, I found this. It actually works. Do I hear a subscribe button? Make sure you guys hit it. Come on, we're almost at 70 subscribers. You guys want that matching tour. You know you do. You know y'all want that matching tour. Y'all wouldn't leave me alone about it. And my friends at school wouldn't even leave me alone about it. Yeah, Belle, Callie, I see y'all. Y'all wouldn't leave me alone. The matching tour is coming at 70 subscribers, alright?
BJ.
Huh?
I need you to get your suitcase so we can put your stuff in it.
Why my stuff?
Can you get that stuff off the suitcase?
What stuff off the suitcase? Talking about. Ow!
Alright.
While holding machetes. At first glance, I thought it was the guest from the party, but then I heard one of the guys say, "Maybe we can go through the backyard and take him out there." My heart began to submerge into my stomach. Through the backyard and take him out there. My heart say, "Maybe we can go through the backyard and take him out there." My heart began to submerge into my stomach.
Your heart?
I turned off all
Don't
the
worry, I
house
got
lights
this.
and simultaneously darted across the living room to make sure that the backyard sliding door was locked. As I secured the lock handle, one of the purgers slammed his hand on the glass door while yelling, "Open the door, Georgie! Leave me alone or I'm calling the cops!" That's when I grabbed a large blade from the knife set on the kitchen counter and ran towards the bedroom.
A red balloon?
I then
Nah.
saw a red balloon hovering above the ground. I couldn't tell if I was hallucinating or not from the belligerent state
Nah, you
that I
ain't
was in.
hallucinating, bro.
Nonetheless, I plowed through the hallway and locked myself in one of the bedrooms. As I glanced through the blinds of the bedroom window, I saw someone dressed as Pennywise dancing psychotically while staring in my direction. I heard nothing but the sound of my heart throbbing vigorously through.
Bro.
BJ, you really testing me right now. You ain't doing nothing.
You don't even know what I just said do. I didn't say get up. I didn't say anything. I just said pause it. Look at you. So, because I didn't know you had a book or a few books, you're going to read a chapter.
Yep, boy.
Get back up here. Since you got up, might as well grab a book.
You ain't say nothing.
You ain't even tell me.
Nope.
And I mentioned books. I mentioned the library. You ain't said not a word. I didn't say unpause it.
Bro.
So go ahead and grab a book.
Hit the subscribe button, guys.